Me that I can just refer to him as B rather than trying to pronounce his name. So should I try it? Should I take a try at it? Bhagawati?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
All right.
5 to 7 minutes.
All right.
Yes, you should take
He is
the
working
time.
in the Competent Communication series, How to Say It. His title is Life Lessons from Quotations. Years of experience in mental health counseling he has behind him. He's currently in the field of entrepreneurial mentoring programs.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Wow, it's very sparkling crowd here. Have you heard this quotation that think before you speak? More I think about it, less I feel like speaking. The young man approaches a wise man and says, "Sir, I want to find out from you, what are the secrets of living longer and having a better relationship?" The wise man looks right straight into the eyes of the young man and says, "Eat less and speak less." Quotations are great teachers. They are capsules that contains the wisdom, information, education, and inspiration. And you get it for free. I call the University of Quotation. Distinguished Toastmaster, my fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests, can I call you the potential Toastmasters? My quotation gene has come from my father. My father was a principal of an elementary school back home in my country, and he was a voracious reader. And he compiled these quotations and wrote a book. And I just forgot about that one. Just about last 20 years, I have been also following his footsteps and compiling the quotations. And I want to share it with you, some of the things which I call them that I have learned, not from my universities or grad schools, from those quotations, because they are my teachers. And I want to share the pleasure of having them and use them in my personal life. So quotation are usually we pick up from a spoken or a written word to support and substantiate our viewpoint. But I'm going to give you another dimension that is an educational part. So I'm not talking about you quote somebody to make a point in your paper or whatever you want to do. So over a period of time, having compiled so many of quotations, I put them in 3 categories. Number 1, something that will hit you. And you have to chew on that to get a message. I call them very inspirational. You have to look over and over and over again to get. And you will find the message as you grow in your spiritual journey in your life. What meant today would mean completely different after 10 years, depending on your life circumstances. So that is one category. The other category is humor. We convey a very important message through humor. So there is a humor aspect of quotation. And the third one is the one where they're very instructive. They will tell you to do. There is no BS in that one. Do this, do that. So if you put all this together, and I'm going to give you an example. The one category that I talked about was inspirational. It reminds me of the quote that I read from Reader's Digest, Denzel Washington. And this is very profound. He said, "Why we keep our eye closed when we pray, or when we cry, or when we kiss?" And he says that the most profound emotions are beyond words. But the one that has stayed in my memory and in my practice all this year is the one that I'm going to share with you. And I'm sure you're going to relate with that. That's it. At the point of good intention. At the point of good intention, universe conspires to assist you. And I can tell you, each one of you are a living testimony of that quotation. At the point of good intention, universe conspires to assist you. You have nowhere to go. There are all odds against you, but somehow the world comes and helps you. And it reminds me of the story of a South American woman who was a housemaid in her country. And she wanted to come to USA so badly. She would take a bus every Sunday after church and go and see the planes taking off and touching down. And she was ridiculed by her family. He said, "You're stupid. Why would you do that one?" But she just wanted to do that. She wanted to come to USA. She had no wherewithal, no support. One day it so happened that there was a young couple was coming out of the plane, and she struck a conversation. It so happened that couple was a medical doctors. Both of them, they came to that country and they were coming home. They had a little baby on a stroller. They wanted a nanny. And that woman, after years of going to airport, she was hired by that young couple, and she was in USA. That makes a point that when you intend and you are that thought is very dominant, it will happen. The other thing is about the laughter. And I always remember Yogi Berra, and his humor gives you a kick a little later. But he says that you must attend other people's funeral. Because if you don't attend there, then they won't attend yours. So, but Bill Murray he had another one that I like. He said, knowledge is good, but it's like an underwear. It is useful, but it's not meant to show off. So the point I'm making here is that humor has it. But the other one that I wanted to share with you is something that you do. And that's the one that I want to share with you. And I'm trying to practice. I'm practicing it. Not much success. You wish me well on that one. The one is that you speak without offending. And you listen without defending. And I thought that if I have means, I can skywrite on Washington, D.C., or I can create a big billboard and put on the people's house located at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. But I thought that, no, I have to start from my within. So how I'm practicing this one? Because the most important person in my life is my wife. She is my first responder in any crisis. So why would I want somebody, some politician that I have no control on? Why can I apply that quote for my own personal life? Speak without offending and listen without defending. Why don't I try with my own wife? Why should I say her that there is no salt in the food? The lady works hard. And I'm saying there is no salt. I just offended her. I thought it was my last meal. So I started practicing. So there is a mechanism called sending the dominant thought to your subconscious mind. And I urge you to do this one that I wrote up everywhere. You must put everything in your writing. It's everything in my house. If you come to my book, there is a say, speak without offending and listen without defending. Mr. Osman.